Are you a Khariji? Are you a Mutazali? Are you a Shia? Are you a Qadri? Are you a Sufi? Based on that, he won the debate. So he said, see. Then Shaykh replies, no, but the questioner says, but didn't Allah say, call yourself Muslim? So the Shaykh replied, at that time there was only one Islam. Now there are different groups. So therefore it is compulsory, fard, obligatory. You should identify yourself as a Salafi. Logic. Now comes my reply. And the debate was ended there. Sheikh Nasruddin Albani won the debate. See, for me, don't debate with me. Prove to me from Quran and Sunnah, immediately Dr. Zakir Naik will accept. Debating, alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me. In debating, alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me. My response to Sheikh Nasruddin Albani, I respect him, I am nothing compared to him. I am not even a drop in the ocean compared to Sheikh Nasruddin Albani. So please don't get me wrong. Many of my talks are based on his research, mashallah. So please don't get me wrong, I love him, I respect him, but no taqleed. I tell him, fine, if you see the lifestyle in the history of the Prophet, he didn't quote any hadith to me, he didn't quote to me any verse of the Quran that call us as Salafi, so I don't call. No logic. At the time of the Prophet, there were hypocrites, munafiqs, fine? They were munafiqs. The Sahabas did not change the name. They were Kharijis, Khawarij, Kharijites. They called themselves Khariji. People gave them the label. The Sahabas yet called themselves Muslims. Did the Sahabas say, give them a new name? No. They continued calling themselves Muslim. They were Mutazalites. People yet continued calling themselves Muslims. So at that time also there were differences. Not that they were not. Now coming to the question, that therefore Sheikh Nasruddin Albani says you should call yourself Salafi. My question is, which Salafi? Which Salafi? My counter question. And now do you know how many of Salafi? Are you a Qutubi or Sururi or Madkhali? I can name another Salafi. See, I'm not speaking against anyone. Please don't get me wrong. I don't mean ill to any of them. But even in Salafi there are various groups. And if you go to UK, MashaAllah, Subhanallah, Allahu Akbar, there are so many groups in UK, each group fighting against the other, calling the other Salafi a kafir. Nauz billah. We'll come to that later on if time permits. So which Salafi do you belong to? Again, see, whatever label you give, there's bound to be tafarraqa. When the Shias came, people said we are Sunni. Again there was group Ahle Sunnah wal Jamaat. Then again there was division Hanafi, Shafi, Hanbali, Maliki. Then we came with Salafi, Ahle Hadith. There's group even in this. The moment the name given by human beings, there's bound to be tafarruqu. Even in Allah's name, Muslim, there's bound to be division. Allah told that. But don't think the name you give will not have divisions. Don't you think Allah did not know? Allah knew there are going to be divisions in the Muslim Ummah. He told in the Quran. The Prophet predicted. Yet the Prophet didn't say call yourself Ahle Hadith, call yourself Salafi. Ahle Hadith. Which Ahle Hadith? In Bombay where I come from, there are two Ahle Hadith. Jamiyat Ahle Hadith and Gurba Ahle Hadith. So which Ahle Hadith do I belong to now? One Ahle Hadith blaming the other Ahle Hadith. See, I don't want to mean any harm to the Ahle Hadith. Therefore I said the topic is sensitive. Wallah, I'm only trying to talk about Quran and Allah's Rasul. Please don't feel bad. I respect Sheikh Nasruddin Albani. I respect the Salafis. I look amongst all these groups that are there, we have to agree the Ahle Hadith and the Salafis are the closest to the Quran and Sunnah. I'm proud to say that. But, which Salafi? So maybe during the early times of Sheikh Nasruddin Albani, there weren't groups in the Salafi, now there are groups. Sururi, Madkhali, Qutubi, oh he's not right, he's calling him Salafi. But so now we have new books, true Salafi. I read a book on Salafi Dawa, true Salafi. What is true Salafi? I say, you know, we had a Dawa training program in Bombay, where we invited people from different parts of the world. There were 14 people, there were 19 people from 14 different countries. And many of them were from Medina University, mashallah, from Bahrain University, all more than 50% were Salafi, mashallah. So we had a discussion there. So then I asked the question. Salafi shortcut, short name. Instead of saying, I believe in Quran and Hadith according to the way of Salafi Salih, shortcut Salafi. So I asked him, the Salafi Salihin is better or Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is superior? Who's better? So they told me, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So why not call yourself Muhammadi? Right or wrong? In India, who calls themselves Muhammadi? You know? Do you know? Do we agree with them? No. Who calls themselves Muhammad in India? Who is superior? Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah. Allah. So one who submits his will to Allah is called a Muslim. We know there are divisions in Muslim, but whatever name you give, there are going to be division. In the Hanafi Maslak, there were 4 students. In Shafi Maslak, there's Qadim and Jadid. In the Ahle Hadith, I went to Kashmir, there are many groups of Ahle Hadith. I went to Kerala, Mujahideen. KNM, Kerala Nadwatul Mujahideen. There people don't call themselves Ahle Hadith, Mujahideen. If you go to Saudi Arabia and say I'm Ahle Hadith, what is this new Ahle Hadith? Very few people of the Saudis know who's an Ahle Hadith. For them, they know Salafi. But Salafi and Ahle Hadith belong to the same group, the names are different. In some country, Ansari. Fine. So, when he's saying call yourself Salafi, that means the Ahle Hadith of India, they aren't Salafis? Fine. So here we realize that if you want to give a label, instead of Salafi, Muhammad is better. Instead of Muhammad is Muslim. Therefore I say, Atullah, Atul. Therefore for label, I prefer calling myself Muslim. That's it. First a Muslim, last a Muslim. I am not hurting any of my Muslim brothers, whether it's a Hanafi or a Shafi or a Hanbali or a Maliki or a Ahli or a Salafi. Believe me, I love all. I love all my Muslim brothers. I am not here to hurt anyone's feeling. Therefore I said, Ta'ala ila kalmatin sawa'in bainana bainakum. Come to common terms as us and you. I am coming to common terms. I respect Abu Hanifa, Imam Ahmad, Hanbal, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi. I respect the great scholars of this. I respect the Salaf Salihin. I follow them, alhamdulillah. Therefore first a Muslim, last a Muslim. Now, one of the second reasons for the disunity is which organization you belong to. Organization. I belong to Jamaat-e-Islami. I belong to Tabligh Jamaat, Ikhwani. So these organizations, what happens? These see, if you follow Quran and Sunnah, but if you don't belong to my organization, I'm not with you. See, making organization is not wrong in Islam. Giving name to an organization, Jamaat-e-Islami, Jamiyat Ahle Hadith, no problem. Giving any name, Jamaat Ahle Hadith, Jamaat-e-Islami, or center named after Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah, any, no problem. But if that organization is following Quran and Sunnah, according to Salaf Salihin, it's the right organization, otherwise it is wrong. Give it any name. After Hazrat Umar, may Allah be pleased with him. After Hazrat Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him. After Ibn Taymiyyah, Allah be pleased with him. After Abu Hanifa, may Allah's mercy be on him. No problem. No problem. If that organization is following Quran and Sahih Hadith, as understood by the Salaf Salihin, it's the right organization. If it is not, reject the organization, whether its name is belonging to anyone, whether it's after Ibn Taymiyyah, or whether it is Salafi, whether Ahle Hadith. If it follow Quran and Sahih Hadith, according to the understanding of the Salaf Salihin, it is the right organization. So forming organization is not wrong in Islam. Because like we are specialized in Dawah. Some people are specialized in Islah. Some people are specialized in fans. No problem. But what happens if there are two organizations doing Dawah? Two organizations. Both are following Quran and Sunnah. But it does not belong to my organization, so I am against him. I start giving fatwa. What fatwa? That person is a kafir. Takfir. Direct. Don't go to that organization. You know, people said, don't come to the peace exhibition. You know, Brother Zakir told me, people are telling, don't come to peace exhibition. Why? Because peace exhibition is not organized by me. If it was organized by me, then it is good. If it is organized by the Jamaat I belong to, it is a good exhibition. If it is not organized by my Jamaat, it's not a good exhibition. Why? We have to see Allah and His Rasul. If that organization, if that exhibition is following Quran and Sahih Hadith, according to the understanding of the Salaf Salihin, it is the right organization. There's no problem. So making organization is no problem, as long as the organization is on the Quran and Sahih Hadith. So if you want to join any organization, verify for yourself whether the organization is Quran and Sahih Hadith. If there's a difference in the Hadith and Quran understanding, as per the understanding of the Salaf Salihin, the pious predecessors, the 3 generations, finished. Answer is easy. But people give fatwa. Takfir. We'll come to takfir later on. And according to the hadith of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, hadith of Sahih Bukhari, volume number 8, hadith number 637, the Prophet said, any Muslim who says kafir to another Muslim, it comes back to him. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 8, hadith number 6103, that any Muslim tells to another Muslim he's a kafir, he kills him. Now, based on this, the scholars, they said, great scholars, they said that you should not do takfir. Takfir means calling another Muslim, another believer a kafir. And there are various fatwas of these hadith, that according to Hafiz ibn Hajar, he said that when the hadith of Sahih Bukhari says that if you call a Muslim a kafir, it comes back to you, that means the kufr comes back to you and you become a kafir. Sheikh Shawkhani, he said that do not call another believer a kafir until the proofs, the burhan, are as clear as the daytime of the sun. Unless it's clear to you that he's a pakka kafir, proof. See, it's not fard to call a kafir. It's not fard. Even if the Muslim may be a kafir, while giving a fatwa. Takfir. One man calling the kafir outside the fold. So the various fatwas describing it is wrong. Now, as I mentioned, as far as calling the word Salafi, there are 2 groups of scholars. One group of scholars said it is fard, and I give you an example of Sheikh Nasiruddin Albani. I want to even let you know that Sheikh Saleh Fawzan, who I respect, he is the scholar of the present time, even he says calling Salafi is a fard. To a lesser extent, not very staunch, is Sheikh bin Baz. He says fine, to identify says no problem. But there are other group of scholars who say calling Salafi is wrong. Scholars who believe in Quran, Hadith and Salaf Salihin. First, I will quote you the person who's respected the most amongst the Salafis of the present time, Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah. There's a book called The Call to Islam and the Caller, in which 40 hadiths are mentioned. The 40th hadith, the last hadith, is a hadith in which it is mentioned. It's hadith of Tirmidhi, hadith number 2600. There it is said that Allah's Messenger, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, said that I have been instructed with 5 things which I am instructing to you. First is Jama'ah. First is Jama'ah. Jama'ah means following the 3 generations, the Salaf is following. Second is obeying. Third is hearing. Fourth is Hijrah. And 5th is Jihad in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. First is Jama'ah, following Salaf is following. Second is hearing. Third is obeying. Fourth is Hijrah. 5th is Jihad in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 5 things. And anyone who goes away by a stanch difference from the Jama'ah, he has thrown the yoke of Islam off his neck. And anyone who calls to anyone besides Allah, he is inviting you to the abode of hellfire. Hadith, classified as Sahih. Sheikh Ibn Taymiyyah says, after this hadith, in this book,